Minecraft is a sandbox game where, whether you're playing on your own or with some friends on a multiplayer server, the beginning of the game can be pretty hard to kind of know what to do if you're new to the game. And that's why I'm creating this guide for the new players who have just gotten a Minecraft account but don't know where to start. Logging into a new Minecraft world in survival can be pretty daunting. So I hope these tips and tricks will help you to know what to do in the early game. The first chapter is going to be about the Minecraft biomes and what things spawn in them that you can collect. The first biome we're going to be talking about is the plains biome. Now the plains biome can generate with a lot of different kinds of flowers, some grasses, also a couple of pumpkins you can find clustered here and there, and a couple of trees, but not really too many. The next biome is the forest. Now, like the plains, the forest also spawns with a fair few amount of flowers, but also a lot more trees. We have oak trees, but also birch trees, which is like a kind of creamy coloured wood. The next biome is the taiga biome. Now this biome has a new wood type, which is the spruce wood. The spruce wood is like a darker kind of chocolatey looking wood. They also spawn kind of with like darker coloured grass, and they also generate with some new fruits, which they don't come with flowers, but they come with a thing called sweet berries. Now sweet berries are like a berry bush that you can pick and collect them, and then you can eat them, but be careful because if you walk into them you will take some damage. Now the second last biome we're going to be looking at is the mountain biome. Now these are like the plains biome but have a lot more height to them. They also don't really spawn with too many trees around them, but a cool thing about the mountain biomes is they spawn with a lot of different caves underneath them, a lot of big cave systems and ravines, so that'll be good for finding some resources later on. Now the final biome is the ocean biome. Now the ocean biome is a special biome because instead of having flowers or anything, it has seagrass and kelp, and also a lot of fish spawn down here. Now it is time to talk about Minecraft mobs and where they spawn. Now we are back to the plains biome for some animals like sheep, pigs and cows, but also horses, and this is the only biome that horses spawn in. Back to the forest biome where you can find all the same animals as in the plains biome, but also bees who spawn in these beehives that you can find on trees. To the taiga biome we go, where of course you can still find the same animals as the plains biome, but also these foxes, which are really cute and one of the most iconic mobs in Minecraft I think, and they're really cute how they bundle up together to stay warm when they sleep. And the final biome is the ocean, where you can find in deeper parts of the ocean these glow squids, who you may remember when Dream said for everyone to vote for them. You can also find these fish, but also some other types of fish like tropical fish and cod and salmon. You can also find dolphins and regular squids. And now the last mob in the ocean is the drowned, which have a chance to spawn with a trident, and the drowned are basically an underwater zombie. Now chapter 3 is the structures. The first structure we're going to be talking about is the village. Now the village can spawn with a lot of different houses which have different loot in them, but also they spawn with these creatures called villagers. Now villagers you can trade with to get really cool different items, and they look like this, with a big nose, kind of like Squidward. You can trade with them to get cool different items with emeralds, so you can find emeralds by trading with the villagers or mining them. They also come with these guards called iron golems. Now the other thing you can find are cats, which will roam around the village, kind of protecting the villagers as well, keeping creepers away. Villagers can spawn with little animal pens, hay bale clusters, of course different kinds of houses, also some flower boxes as well, and some lamps and little light posts, and some crops, so like some crop boxes which you can find all the crops in the game. The different kind of villagers include the farmer villager, that you can trade crops with him for emeralds. Then there is the cleric, which you can trade redstone with, and also some items for potion brewing. The final villager is the unemployed villager, and when you give him a workstation he'll pick the job you asked. Now there is another type of village in the taiga biome, which this is the taiga village. They look a little bit different. They're more cobblestoney and they use the spruce wood, and these are what the spruce villagers look like. The spruce villagers also spawn with little gravestones, campfires and little water boxes dotted around. The houses also look a bit different, and the spruce village is one of the only villages where you can find naturally spawning blue beds. Now, one of the only structures that can spawn in a forest is the lava pool. The lava pool is a great way to get some lava and obsidian. They kind of spawn differently depending on the world you're in. We're back to the plains biome, where it is time to introduce you to the pillager outpost. You may be wondering what pillagers are and why I just said villagers in a weird way. Well, these guys are pillagers. They are the angry version of villagers, and they do not like villagers. They will attack them until they wipe out every villager on your world. So be sure to protect your villagers. Around the outpost you'll also find these little targets, but also some cages with some mobs trapped inside. Occasionally you'll see some allays, which are these little blue fairies, and also some iron golems. You also should probably release the captives just to be a kind of nicer person. Now for some of the final structures we're going to be talking about, they're in the ocean. Now this is a ruin portal. You can find these in almost all the biomes, but they're most common in the ocean, I find. Now the ruin portal is basically a nether portal that has been ruined. They can spawn with up to, I think it's 3 blocks of gold, a chest which has some pretty good loot in it, and they're surrounded by netherrack and magma blocks. Now for another ocean structure we have the shipwreck. The shipwreck spawns with a lot of different variations. You can find up to 3 chests, a food chest, a buried treasure map chest which has paper and books, and then a treasure chest that has a lot of good loot. Another structure is the ocean ruins. Now these guys can spawn with drowned in them, but also some chests which have some good loot. And they also spawn with this thing called suspicious gravel, which is like normal gravel, but when you use a brush on it, you can get some good loot like diamonds, emeralds, some pottery shards, and some armor trims. You can also get some bad loot like wheaten sticks though. Now the final structure we're going to be talking about is this behemoth, the Ocean Monument. Now this giant structure is home to one of 4 bosses in the game called the Elder Guardian. It's also home to some gold blocks which you can collect, and also some sponges which are useful for clearing out some water-based builds you're building. And you can also mine the blocks around it, which are called prismarine blocks, and they're very useful for some cool builds. Also sea lanterns are a light source which look very cool in modern builds. This guy is the Elder Guardian. He is a very special mob because he can shoot a laser from his eye to damage you. He also has built-in thorns to him, where if you hit him, you also will take damage. The other mob that spawns in the Ocean Monuments is the Guardian. These are like the Elder Guardians, but a lot smaller and less deadly. They also have the laser coming out of their eye, and if one of them is homing on you, just move out of its line of sight and you will be safe. Now part 4 is dedicated to food. There are a lot of different foods in Minecraft. Some of them you can make yourself, but most of them you get by either farming or killing the mob. Some of the ones you can make yourself include some different kinds of stews. You have mushroom stew, rabbit stew and beetroot stew. You can also get cookies, which are very nice, bread and cake. Here are some of the crafting recipes. You need 3 wheat to craft bread, and bread is useful for breeding villagers. You need 2 wheat and 1 cocoa bean for cookies, and 3 buckets of milk, 2 sugar, an egg, and 3 wheat for cake. They're very expensive. Part 5 is about tools. The first tool is the pickaxe. There are a lot of different pickaxes. The first one is the wooden pickaxe, which has 59 durability. Then the stone pickaxe, which has 131 durability. The iron pickaxe, which has 250 durability. The gold pickaxe, which has 32 durability and is the fastest pickaxe. The diamond pickaxe, which has 1561 durability and is one of the fastest. And the netherite pickaxe, which is the best, with 2031 durability. and is one of the fastest, only seconded by the gold pickaxe. The next tool is the axe. Now, the axe has the same durability as its pickaxe counterparts: the wooden, the stone, the iron, the gold, the diamond, and the netherite. The next tool is the shovel, which again has the same amount of durability as its pickaxe and axe counterparts, and this one is useful for digging out a lot of different spaces. The final tool is the hoe. Now the hoe is used so you can till the ground to plant seeds. Now you want to till ground near water so your seeds can grow, and the hoes have the exact same amount of durability as every other tool in their set, and you can grow some seeds with your tilled soil. Part 6 is about armor and all the different armor sets. Unlike the tools, the armor doesn't have any wood or stone armor sets. Instead, it has leather and chainmail. Now, the order from worst to best is leather, chainmail, iron, gold, diamond, and netherite. The leather armor set will only grant you 1 point of protection. The chainmail will grant you 2, the iron will grant you 2, the gold will grant you 2, and the diamond and netherite will grant you 3. Chapter 7 is devoted to caving. Now, when you're mining in a cave, you would want to have some kind of armor, preferably iron or above. Now, I understand that to get iron armor, you will need to mine iron. So when you're mining iron, be sure to light up the area around you so no mobs spawn, and then mine all the iron you need. Now, to get raw iron into iron ingots, what you need to do is smelt them in a furnace with some coal. Now, when you're traveling in some uncharted caves, be sure to bring a torch with you, and if you have a shader pack on, the torch will light your way. Now, some of the mobs to look out for in these caves are zombies, so be sure to bring a sword. There are also some skeletons which will try to shoot you. They can be very dangerous when there are a lot of different mobs around you at once. The other mobs include creepers, which will try to blow you up. Be sure to punch them away and then place a block right in front of you so that when the creeper blows up, you will only take half a heart of damage. Some other mobs include spiders, which will try and crawl around and kill you. They can be very dangerous, coupled with creepers, zombies, and skeletons, so watch out. Now, one of the final mobs I'm going to talk about is the Enderman. These tall guys. Now, the Enderman is a special kind of mob because they won't attack you unless you hit them or look them dead in the eyes. And when you look them in the eyes, they'll try and chase you down until you are dead. Another interesting thing about Enderman is they can teleport. So when they fall away, they can just teleport back to you and continue the chase. Things can get pretty crazy in the mines, so watch out. Once you have gotten your full set of iron tools, you can go down to the deep slate mines. Now, the deep slate caves are where you can find diamonds and some other cool ores that include redstone, which is like a kind of wiring, kind of technology kind of thing you can build cool machines with. Gold, which is useful for golden apples and golden carrots, and of course more diamonds. Once you get your full set of diamond armor, you are pretty much set. Once you have your full set of diamond gear, you have basically finished the early game. You can build cool bases now, you can do whatever you want. Your world is in your hands. You could build cool bases, some redstone machines. You can do whatever your heart desires, because after all, even with this guide, Minecraft is a sandbox game, so you can do whatever you want. Let your heart take you to what you want to build, what you want to do. You can even just blow stuff up. I hope this guide was useful to you. If it was, please subscribe. We are trying to get to 3K by the end of the year, and I think we can do it. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like and comment if you want me to do another guide, and I will see you in the next video. I hope you all have a great day. Goodbye.